couple of new faces actually in the battery here. Julia Cottrell, the rookie from Texas A&M, and Montana Fouts, a newcomer to Athletes Unlimited. Didn't play at Alabama this past season. She graduated a year ago, but this is her first season playing professionally, period, in her career.
It's an interesting battery for sure, because Cottrell and Fouts going to be doing all the work right now. Nobody in the dugout calling the pitches for them. So Julia Cottrell, here are the keys. The good news is Trisha Ford certainly drilled her in how to handle pitchers at Texas A&M. And here we go. Montana Fouts against Haley McClenny, and she gets the swing and miss. How about this, Amanda, to lead off this game? There are 7 four-time All-Americans in Alabama history, and 2 of them are on the field right now facing off.
I mean, you just got to lock into this matchup right out of the gate.
Certainly 2 players who you would expect are some of each other's biggest fans in this field of players. Oh, 1 pitch from Fouts, down and away to McClenny, and you know she knows her well, has probably been around her a ton.
And Julia Cottrell and Montana Fouts right away trying to get on the same page with the pitch calling or what she wants to throw, or just trying to work out some kinks early in this game. Saw Jordan Roberts catch her team Leach in the last game.
These 2 won gold together at the 2023 Pan American Games, McClenny and Montana Fouts for Team USA. McClenny fouls it back, 1-2 count here. I'm nervous right now. I can't imagine how Patrick Murphy feels.
I know. I'm sure somebody like a Kelly Crutchman is watching this as well. Coach Murphy. Kayla Bro maybe tuning into this one.
Crutchman, another one of those 4-time All-Americans. Bro now on staff at Alabama as Fouts runs that outside for a ball. We lost Kayla Bro this year in our ESPN family.
Now coaching at Alabama.
2-2.
There's a little off-speed pitch mix there, a pitch that has always been something that Montana Fouts has worked on in her career. Never been necessarily one of her best pitches, but a pitch that she knows that she needs to continue to work on to extend her career as she moves on.
And he fights it off again.
She's just so hard to put away, even with the speed of Montana Fouts, because she has such quick hands. You see her communicating to Jessie Warren, her captain, and also Morgan Zirkle on deck about what she's seen. There's so much communication that happens in the dugouts, these hitters and the offenses.
McClenny struggled a little bit in the championship season last year, but was great at AUX. Hit .375, tied for first in the league with 15 hits with Aubrey Leach. McClenny will represent Team USA again this summer at the WBSC World Cup Finals in Italy. Another foul ball.
There's really no time off for somebody like Haley McClenny when it comes to her schedule this summer. Playing softball with the U.S. national team as well as playing AU. It's just going to be go, go, go.
The World Championships fall in the early part of July, so AUX finishes on the 25th, then you go to the World Championships, then toward the end of July you're back in Rosemont for the Athletes Unlimited Championship season, and McClenny wins the duel, the first between those 2 Alabama stars, and she draws the walk.
And a 9-pitch at bat for Haley McClenny, just showing her dugout and those on deck and in the hole what Montana Fouts has to offer, and 9-pitch at bat to draw that walk.
10 points for Haley McClenny for that walk on the individual leaderboard as that hits the strike zone against Morgan Zirkle for strike 1. Big year for Morgan Zirkle, the head coach at her alma mater. Marshall just finished her first season.
Think about the commitment that it takes to be the head coach of a Division I softball program and try to recruit and keep your program on track to doing great things like Marshall has been over the past few years, and to also be a professional softball player. this summer. That is a lot to balance. No easy task at all, and that's why not many people, if maybe even Morgan Zirkle is the first person to be a head coach and also play AU softball.
Her entire staff at Marshall is all from the Athletes Unlimited family. Allison Rager is the pitching coach. She's the only one that hasn't played, but she was a facilitator as Zirkle uses the speed, showing it off. Hey, the head coach, she's still got wheels as she's aboard. Sydney McKinney is here. She's one of her assistant coaches, and Allie Harrell, who was a star at Marshall and played in Athletes Unlimited before, rounds out her staff.
It's a good defensive play by Erin Koffel to catch us. I thought for a second she would have gone to second base, but Haley McClenny is quick. And also Morgan Zirkle is quick. That would have been a couple of base runners with some slower speed. She would have either gotten the force out at 2 or gotten the out at 1.
This is a dangerous spot for Montana Fouts in her first career start against Jessie Warren. That's upstairs for ball 1. Again, Fouts wants a timeout.
Something that was just picked up off of the ground. Not sure what came off of Montana Fouts that she's putting back on. Oh, just like some tape that she wraps around her pointer finger there that flew off, I think, mid-pitch.
One against Warren, the former Florida State star. Which is the bottom of the zone, 1-2. Nice pitch there from Fouts. What are you telling a rookie pitcher if they came to you and asked, how do I survive in this league? How do I have success quickly? What do you tell them?
Believe in your best stuff. And don't waver from that belief. Like her rise ball. Remember when Montana Fouts introduced herself, she's like, whatever is working that day, but kind of my rise ball is my favorite pitch. And this is that rise ball. Huge strikeout, especially with the runner in scoring position with Jessie Warren up. Look at that location. Jessie Warren just kind of swats at it, trying to protect with 2, but great spot for Fouts.
Tori Vidalis, first at bat of the season for her. TV Tori, literally. I mean, that's the initials, but one of our co-workers with the SEC Network does a really nice job at the SEC tournament this year and the Women's College World Series. Yeah, Tori mic'd up actually in this game. Chance to talk to her. She watches the 2-0 for strike 1. See if that analysis of Montana Fouts from not this season but last season pays off. Swings through it. Good spot from Fouts to get strike 2.
She's having a lot of success in the inside corner of these right-handed hitters.
69 miles per hour inside there to Vidalis. 2-2. It's off the handle, tough spot, and it is foul.
Too, that Montana Fouts has to be a little nervous coming into this game. Finished her career at Alabama and then played with the U.S. national team last summer and pitched a few innings, not a ton, but a period of being off and not facing hitters for a while and entering in, having to face all these amazing hitters right out of the gate.
Ooh, and got Cottrell as Vidalis got a very tiny piece of it.
Everybody checking on her. A couple of times that's happened to a Team Leach catcher. And remember, a couple of Aggies. That's Tori Vidalis, the Aggie, doing that to Julia Cottrell, the Aggie there, having a little laugh about it.
Tori called some of the A&M games too early in the season on SEC Network Plus. That was Julia Cottrell very well, and then you were okay there, right? Texas A&M Hall of Famer in 2014. I think you did all right.
And just trying to hang in a legendary program at A&M with a ton of history.
One that I believe is trending in the right direction right now with Trisha Ford at the helm.
I agree with that.
This foul down the right side.
Good job just getting rid of that pitch by Tori, and that's so hard with her quick hands on the inside corner and then protecting with that outside corner like that. Now you come to this 2-2 count, and you're thinking, okay, where do I throw her? I try to go to that rise ball that she struck out Jessie Warren with. See if you can get her to chase.
2-2 with 1 away, 2 on. That one does not get up enough and into left field for a base hit to load the bases here with just 1 out. It falls in front of Riley West out there in left field.
That's why that pitch needed to be in that same location that she struck out Jessie Warren on. That was about eye level. Instead, it's a little bit lower, and you could just tell with how Tori was getting to that inside pitch that she could shorten up and make her swing a compact swing to that inner half. That's why Tori is just so good. She has the home run power, but also has a short, compact swing.
Which misses to Hannah Flippin here, who's over at second base, making way for Billy Andrews, the rookie for Nebraska, to play shortstop. Flippin underneath it, into center field. Mackenzie Clark makes the catch. McClenny coming home. Here's the throw. Not in time. The speedster McClenny does make it across. Not done by Hannah Flippin. That sacrifice fly worth 10 points as she brings across the first run of the game.
That is great execution by Hannah Flippin. Runner at third base, less than 2 outs. You know, especially with the speed of Haley McClenny, you just need to try to get it to the outfield some way, somehow, and it's deep enough, even with the arm of Mackenzie Clark. And Haley McClenny is able to score.
Clark kind of bobbled it when she was trying to make the transfer, and you just wonder that little second.
So excited to make that throw that you're almost thinking about making the throw before you even have the ball.
Bounce jumps ahead of another first-year AU player, second-year pro Jordan Rudd Lee. Greenwood, Indiana, played her college ball at Northwestern 5 years, where she played 243 career games. Currently works as an assistant coach at Purdue. Balls behind Montana Fouts 1 and 2. She's bringing it right now.
Throwing with some really good speed, and the hitters are sitting doing a good job of protecting that outside corner with the curveball, especially these righties that have come up. Goes to that off-speed pitch, and again, I think that we're going to see Montana Fouts as she continues on in this AUX season work to get that pitch, her off-speed pitch, to complement the speed that she throws with on both sides of the plate.
The handle a little bit, but caught out there by Aaron Koffel for out number 3. So Fouts in a little trouble in the first, but only allows 1 to come across. Alvin, Texas, played her college ball at Arizona. Let's hear from Alyssa Denham.
Hi, I'm pitcher Alyssa Denham. My favorite pitch is a drop ball because I like to utilize my defense.
Alyssa Denham is going to work more down in the zone with the drop ball and her off-speed curveball too, and she will mix speeds. You'll notice that curveball, 59 miles an hour, that's going to serve as a second speed for her. So she'll mix her drop ball, it's her hardest speed at 63 to 66, an off-speed curveball, and then also mix in a changeup, but she has great spin and keeps the ball down in the zone, which is a more pitch-to-contact use, a lot of infield outs behind her.
Starts Aubrey Leach out with a strike and a ball. Alyssa Denham is the perfect example. You talk about players don't peak in college. Alyssa Denham was a great college pitcher at Arizona. She spent a year at Louisiana, then went to Arizona. She was 3-time All-Pac-12 in her 4 years there. She is exceptional now, has completely elevated her game. The last 2 championship seasons, a 13-1 record and a sub 1.8 ERA.
It's hard to do. I mean, a sub-2 ERA in back-to-back championship seasons, which is just a longer season than AUX at the end of the summer. It just speaks a lot about her and continuing to work to get better, and just how deceptive her movement is and her off-speed pitches.
With Aubrey Leach, who came in second in last year's AUX season. Denham has been second in the last 2 championship seasons. To Deja Mulipola in 2022, second to Odyssey Alexander last summer. Leach swings through it, and strikeout number 1 of the season for Alyssa Denham.
Aubrey Leach talking to the home plate umpire, just trying to figure out, hey, would that have been a strike? Did I just chase? I think that this likely would have been ball 4, but tough one with 2 strikes. Right at the top of the zone, clipping the edge. Jordan Rudley loving it.
Aaron Koffel watches strike 1 from Denham. Koffel showed off the glove in that first game, making a really nice over-the-shoulder catch at shortstop that ended up doubling up Nadia Taylor. Fouled up and out of play. 0-2. Hitter or pitcher advantage here in the first matchup for these two. Koffel's probably never seen Denham in her career. Who has the advantage here?
I think pitcher.
Denham thought she had her on the outside corner there. Why do you say that?
Just because of the experience and the change of speeds that a pitcher like Alyssa Denham knows that she needs to have to go up against a hitter like Aaron Koffel, who is yet to quite see the stuff that Alyssa Denham will bring. Just spins so much out of her hand. I mean, even that one just floated up and out of the zone. It's supposed to be lower than that. She didn't want that to rise up and out, but you can just see how much spin these pitches have out of her hand.
2-2. So fouls that off. Is there something like when you were a senior at A&M, junior, senior versus your first couple years that you would have told yourself from a mechanical standpoint or an approach standpoint that we're seeing from some of these veteran pitchers now?
I think it's just to continue to find ways to get better every single year, even if you had a great year, like Alyssa Denham finishing second.
Who gets into this one to deep center. McClenny throws her arms out and makes the catch near the warning track for out number 2.
Just continue to find ways to dig deep to get better. Not saying that I didn't do that, but I don't feel like I did as good a job at that early in my college career because I'm a freshman, All-American, Big 12 Player of the Year. Like, I'm good. Not that I didn't work hard, but yeah, I'm just going to continue to do what I did. But you have to continue to find ways to reinvent yourself. Like, talking to Alyssa Denham before the game, one of the things that she wanted to work on this season is throwing more hard in to left-handed hitters. Something that she still doesn't feel like she's her best at. So something that I'm going to be looking for is that. So just finding these little nuances and ways to get better like that.
Facing Bailey Klingler here in the 12 matchup between Arizona and Washington. Slow roller left side. Here's Warren for the first time at AUX, and she makes the play. 1-2-3 for Alyssa Denham.
Add 2. No pitcher is getting in on the action in terms of MVP. When you score 9 runs and drop some bombs and have a multi-hit day, I mean, I guess that's what's going to happen. The hitters are going to rake in the MVPs.
Now a chance for the bottom of this order. Carly Spade, Billy Andrews, Kaylee Harding, 3 rookies coming to the plate for Team Warren. Watch Carly Spade, you see that swing? You know what she's thinking about. And it's home runs. The second all-time leader in NCAA history in home runs, played at Miami, Ohio. All-time leader is in the other dugout for Team Leach and Jocelyn Allo.
Combined, they have, what, 225 home runs, I think, between the 2 of them. Insane. There's an off-speed pitch there by Montana. Took a little bit off of that one, dropped it down to 61. When she had thrown that pitch in the first inning, it was missing a little bit down, so made the adjustment, first hitter that she faces, to bring that pitch more up and gets the looking strikeout.
gives way to Billy Andrews. So Taylor Edwards pick up that MVP1 honor and get the 60 points. Billy Andrews, a rookie from Gretna, Nebraska, played for the Huskers in Lincoln and broke Taylor Edwards' home run record this year, her career home run record. Andrews hit 54, or excuse me, she hit 61. Edwards hit 54. Two of the Husker greats playing at AUX this year. Good spot.
Really good spot. Montana is feeling very comfortable early in this game, throwing inside of these right-handed hitters, which has always been a big part of her game, of course, to throw inside at different levels, right at the knees, belt high, and then up and in on the hands to these right-handed hitters.
1-2. In the right field, decent run there, but catch is made by DeBoard. 2 outs. 3 straight retired for Montana Fouts, or 4 straight retired for Fouts. After allowing the 2 leadoff base runners in the first inning, McClenny was the only one that came around to score. Now down to the 9-hole, Kaylee Harding. From Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Top 5 in a number of categories at Florida State history, including 2nd in doubles, 3rd in home runs. 4-time All-ACC for Lonnie Alameda in Tallahassee.
That's a tricky town to say, isn't it? Murfreesboro? Right?
Yeah,
Did I say it right?
Well, did you think I said it wrong?
No.
I was feeling weird saying it, yeah.
I think it's just one of those things that you say and you never really feel like you say it right.
Okay.
Constantly questioning yourself. Even writing it down or looking at it, it's like, oh, that would be a tough one to say.
That makes me feel better now, because I was thinking it as I said it, but...
A lot of R's. You don't really see the R followed by the FR. That's tough.
Yeah. This is the type of analysis we need from you all season long.
Sometimes I just say what's actually going on in my head out loud, and that happens more times than not. Some things I keep to myself, but then other times I just need to know if other people think the same thing.
Yeah, on the same page. Fouts hits the bottom of the zone. She is really working the corners and edges of this zone in the first couple innings. 2-2 count against Harding. Outside, Harding hit .342 with 15 home runs and 65 RBIs this year, all of them career highs to finish off an incredible Seminole tenure. 3-2 from Fouts is inside. Nice AB there from Harding, and she reaches for the first time as a pro. 10 points on the leaderboard for Kaylee Harding thanks to the walk.
So first time through the order, Montana Fouts throwing almost 50 pitches that they were able to see against her. A lot of good at-bats, making her go deep into the count. A couple of walks first time through, one by McClenny, who's coming up now, and then one by Harding.
Now the Crimson Tide matchup again, McClenny and Fouts.
And I got some updates from Emily Petek, who is an Alabama Hall of Fame fan for Alabama softball, and she said everybody is glued to the TV about this matchup. They're invested, all caps, invested.
I'm just wondering, what are they hoping for? Maybe a split?
Ooh.
She sees her twice, 1 and 2. You get a little success for each side.
That's a good question.
Maybe just Haley sticking to singles. We don't need any extra base hits. 1-1 gets the swing and a miss, and 1-2.
It's a great setup of that pitch up in the zone. Threw the off-speed pitch and didn't get it for a strike, but then goes up in the zone. It makes that pitch look even faster up in the zone following the changeup.
Can Fouts win the battle this time? McClenny also working as an analyst for SEC Network this year, along with Tori Vidalis.
They worked really well together too. Haley and Tori did. Now Haley and Tori on the same team with Team Warren.
Yeah, that's a really experienced group that Jessie Warren put together as well, and some of the best hitters. Then he pops it up and foul.
Well, I think maybe did Jessie Warren go a little defensive heavy? Now, of all the great defensive players that she picked, like a Haley McClenny, like a Hannah Flippen, who has also been a defensive player of the year, I believe, at some point in AU, and herself, that's some heavy defense who can also swing it really well.
That's a good point. McClenny slaps that one foul.
Gosh, she's just such a tough out because she just does not go away. With 2 strikes, she can just get rid of so many pitches. Inside, outside. I mean, I think I say this about her every time, but she's just a little pest at the plate with 2 strikes. She just does not give in at all.
8th pitch coming. 3-2. McClenny smokes it and caught out there by Mackenzie Clark. So Fouts gets her out the 2nd time, and Clark makes a nice grab. Bottom of the 2nd coming up. She takes the first pitch for ball 1. She was 0 for 3 with a walk in the first game. Still looking for that first big swing. Everybody here is hoping for that.
Everybody here been working her outside a lot, not wanting to come in. Oh, it's a great pitch. Look at this off-speed curveball. Beautiful.
Looks like she's in mid-season form right now. 122 home runs at Oklahoma to set the NCAA record, and not narrowly. She's got 19 on Carly Spade, who just popped into that 2nd spot, finishing her career at Miami, Ohio. 2-1. Oh, man, that's a big swing.
Big swing, and what just an interesting journey that Jocelyn Allo has been on. Started in Hawaii and then went to Norman to play at Oklahoma. Won a couple of national championships, 2-time National Player of the Year, and of course, nobody has hit more home runs than she has, or she did in her college career.
Two. It's fouled straight back. Pitcher, you just gotta stay on your toes right now with the power hitters that are in this league. There's Allo and Carly Spade, top of the NCAA leaderboards, and then Billy Andrews, the leader for the Huskers all time. Hits this hard to the left side. Bobbled for a second. They still get her at first base as Andrews makes the play at shortstop. Speaking of talented shortstops, we have our star in the stands, the first of the season, and it is the star here in Wichita, Kansas, Sydney McKinney. Sydney, what's up? How's it going?
It's going great. We're just out here. I'm out here with Allie and Mallory watching the game right now, and we're just having a good time.
What is it like for you, the response you've had from the crowd in the city coming back to Wichita after an incredible career here?
I mean, it's amazing. First game sold out. I'm not one to get nervous, but when I got on the field and looked up into the stands, I did get a little good nervous because it's just really cool to be back and see everybody, see familiar faces, and just enjoy some really good softball.
We were going back and forth, Sydney, about how many hours do you think that you've spent at this field? Now, I kind of feel like this is like trying to guess how many jelly beans are in the jar. Like, it just is going to be really wild. But, how many hours do you think that you've spent at this field between practice and games?
Oh, my gosh. An insane amount of hours at practice, at games, work on my own. I feel like that, like you said with the jelly beans, it's almost like trying to think of how many balls you've hit and pick up in practice.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
What was your favorite part about playing here?
My favorite part is just that it feels like home. Everybody here is so welcoming, as you guys have seen from just today, and it's just a fun group to come out and play in front of.
Foul ball from Sam Fisher. Give us a moment from your Wichita State time, a moment at this stadium that stands out to you when I ask about some of the special ones you've had.
A moment that stands out to me is my senior day. I was lucky enough to be in a class of 3 seniors, so we each got our own senior day. I was Sid Senior Sunday, and it was a sold-out crowd. It was just a great day. All my family was there, all my friends, and even my dog got to be on the field with me, so it was just a really special moment.
And Sydney, you like art a little bit, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What all do you like to do within art, and how did that start?
It actually started during COVID. Me and my roommates had a paint and sip night, and I painted my dog, and it ended up being kind of good. So became kind of a side hustle for me. I painted a lot of animals and pets, and now I've started to paint stadiums. So I actually painted the Dot at Marshall, and I painted Wilkins Stadium as well.
That is so cool. You know, who else I think is good at art is Billy Andrews. I remember seeing something of hers on Instagram, and she can really draw as well. And you created, too, like a little PowerPoint about things to do in Wichita, right? What were some highlights on there?
Yeah, I just wanted everybody to feel really welcome when they got here. There's a lot of places to go, and I didn't want them to feel overwhelmed. So I put my favorite spots to eat. Oh, great play. I put my favorite spots to eat. I put things to do, people to see. So I just want everybody to have a great experience while they're here.
What's prep been like for you? It's your first year not coming out of a college season. How much different was it just preparing for this year? Obviously, you're coaching at Marshall with Morgan Zirkle, so what did you do there to stay in shape?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different. You got to find the time to work on your own, especially with a full-time coaching job. So that was a little difficult, but luckily I have Allie Harrell and Morgan Zirkle to keep me in shape. We work out, we hit together, and sometimes I get to get in on the scrimmages with the girls, so it's a lot of fun.
Awesome, Sydney. Thank you so much for doing this. We're going to check back in with you later, but sign some autographs and have fun.
Sounds great. Thank you guys so much.
The star. I mean, you heard her name called. There's 3 Wichita natives that are here. Julia Cottrell at the plate is one of them. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter is another one. She got off to a great start. All 3 of the Wichita natives have started good tonight on day number 1.
Truly feeling right at home. I think that Wichita State has taken a lot of pride in hosting this event. You can just tell with every single aspect of walking in here today, and I'm excited for another few weeks that we'll have of this AUX season. We're just getting going.
Julia Cottrell played her college ball at Texas A&M. Got the other Aggie over at first base in Tori Vidalis. Julia's dad, Jeff, is the hitting coach at Missouri currently. I asked Alex Honnold this year in the postseason about Jeff Cottrell, and she just raved about the way he helped her develop her swing and work for her rather than trying to change things about it. And Julia Cottrell says her dad's had a huge impact on her career. Her grandpa, Ryer Jones, won an NCAA golf championship in 1968. He had a long career on the PGA Tour, and he was a very long time and successful head golf coach here at Wichita State. As Cottrell chases, and that'll do it. 6 up, 6 down for Alyssa Denham. A great start between those two on and off the air. Really enjoyed listening to them at the SEC tournament this year. It's a top to Tori this game as well, as we see Morgan Zirkle lead things off 2-3-4 here. Zirkle, Warren, Vidalis against Montana Fouts. Montana gave up the 1 run in the first inning, but what have you liked from her in her pro debut?
Yeah, I like the way that she's worked both sides of the plate pretty well and worked around a couple of walks, especially, or there's been one in each inning, but especially a leadoff walk to Haley McClenny didn't allow her to score.
She scored, but Zirkle didn't.
Thank you.
She did work out of a jam in that inning.
Thank
2 runners
you.
left on base. I got you. I got you, partner.
Didn't fill in my little box here, and I was like, wait, that doesn't feel right. But I don't know, once she settled into that game after the first inning, I thought that the second inning, she looked great, led off that inning with a strikeout on her changeup, and that's going to be a pitch to continue to watch as she continues to work in this season.
She very nearly did strand McClenny because she had that pop fly into middle center field. Mackenzie Clark bobbled that ball. It was still a close play at home. Montana Fouts and Alyssa Denham trying to string together a pitcher's duel here on the opening night. Working against Zirkle, slaps that left side foul.
And she told me before the game, too, that working in the offseason, she needed to, find some catchers. And she's had 12-year-old and 16-year-olds catch her. So shout out to Sydney and Hannah. I'm working to get video on that of a 12-year-old catcher catching Montana Fouts. How incredible is that?
Slaps it into left and caught out there by Riley West. I'm thinking Montana Fouts touches 70 and you have okay. Anyway, the WNBA Commissioner's Cup in Arlington, Texas is Thursday on ESPN. The Seattle Storm against the Dallas Wings. Coverage starting at 7 Eastern on ESPN and the app. The Wings have won 3 of the last 4 meetings dating back to last season. A lot of buzz around the WNBA. Rookie class led by Caitlin Clark has made some waves, certainly. There's been some controversy, but hey, it's all good.
Yeah, definitely the talk has continued past the national championship game, that's for sure, about Caitlin Clark, and now moving to the WNBA, and now the Olympic team.
Fouts gets Warren to pop up, and that is his best friend right there to see Jessie Warren go down that quickly. 2 outs. Here is Tori Vidalis. Single in her first trip to the plate.
Still such a cool stat about Tori is that she finished her college career at A&M with more home runs than strikeouts.
For a power hitter, it's just absurd.
Well, it tells you how good her eye is. And also, we talked about her last at bat when she got that hit, how short and compact her swing is. So as a hitter, she doesn't have to decide too early to commit to a pitch. She can let that pitch travel a little bit, identify if it's going to be a ball or a strike, and also has the ability, too, to get rid of a lot of pitches, similar to Haley McClenny, and her 2-strike approach can just foul some things off on both sides of the plate.
If you're a first baseman getting picked 4th overall in the draft, you know what people think of you.
Hit for average, can hit for power, high on base percentage, because she can also draw the walk.
5th-year pro, played for Team Mexico at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Watches strike 2, a full count now with 2 outs. Sends that over the dugout and out of play.
See, and that's how you limit strikeouts like that. I mean, that pitch was 2 balls off the plate, but she has such good hand-eye coordination, her short swing, just to be able to get rid of pitches with 2 strikes consistently over and over again.
Captain looking on and watches that for strike 3. The 3rd strikeout for Montana Fouts as she puts up another 0 in the top of the...
A tour to 6 to 8 different cities, taking this across the country. And then the following season, it's going to shift to being city-based across the board. From the star-studded group who was at the press conference, there was so much confidence in Athletes Unlimited, who has a great track record in softball, to do things right and for this to be the next step for the sport. John Patricoff, the CEO, really went into, they took a look at the softball landscape. They've been doing the championship season, then expanded to AUX, and now they said, you know what our sport needs at the pro level is a traditional league that these players can play in and strive to be pros in.
That's great stuff, Savannah. You have Jessica Mendoza, Kat Osterman, Natasha Watley have all signed on as advisors to the AUSL, which Savannah mentioned will launch in May of 2025. So much excitement, and the timing is perfect, isn't it? I mean, you think of the momentum that women's professional sports has right now. Why not expand?
Well, and 2, they just have continued to get better with this league since 2020 when it started, and learn from every single year and every season. And also they listen to the players. It's one of the things that you hear about, and maybe one of the reasons that we're starting a traditional league is just kind of that urge from the players to have a more traditional league alongside still having a leaderboard in the championship series that will cap it at the end.
That traditional model launches in 2025. As Savannah mentioned, they will tour that first year before it kind of settles into cities after that, starting with 4 teams next year. 15 players per team, and ESPN will carry a minimum of 18 games. Can't wait to see what that looks like. I'm impatient. I'm ready to see some rosters.
Same.
And I know we have to wait.
Yeah, we have to wait a little while, and we have a couple of seasons here at AUX and the championship season, more in August, so we got a little wait, but I'm with you. Very impatient.
Clark puts down a bunt. Warren coming on, not going to get Mackenzie Clark. Darting down the first baseline, an infield single, good for 10 points. He also picked up 20 points because she is the first ever defensive game MVP. And that's voted on by the players as well, but she can do it with the bat.
And to lay this down the third baseline where Jessie Warren resides, remember she was a defensive MVP of AUX last season and Athletes Unlimited softball defensive player of the year. I mean, you're really feeling confident if you test her, angle your bat, drop it down the third base line, and Mackenzie Clark just is such a good athlete, so much speed.
Mentioned Clark getting the defensive MVP in game 1 tonight. That has to be voted on by at least 50% of the players. Warren fires it to Vidalis for the double play.
Isn't this game funny? We just talked about her laying down a bunt to Jessic as this game has gone on.
We'll see 5, 6, 7 here for Team Warren. Hannah Flippin, Jordan Rudd-Lee, and Carly Spade. Flippin had the sacrifice fly to drive in Haley McClenny in the first inning. Flippin, longtime pro, 5th year for Athletes Unlimited. Later college ball at Utah, led them to a super regional with Anissa Ortez in 2017. And Utah last year going to the Women's College World Series for the first time since 1994. Oddly enough, though, this is Flippin's first time at AUX.
And Jessie Warren, the captain of her team, said that she has so much respect for both Lauren Chamberlain and Hannah Flippin.
Koffel to get Flippin. 1 out.
And I just think it's so cool when somebody like Jessie Warren has been somebody that has looked up to a Hannah Flippin, and they played against each other whenever Utah made the Super Regionals in 2016 in Tallahassee, and that's when Jessie Warren started to first look up to Hannah Flippin, and now they're getting to play defense together and have so much defensive prowess on the same infield together and share the same dugout.
It's interesting, you watch these players interact. I mean, they're legitimately pinging ideas off of each other, trying to figure out what works for the other person, and no doubt Jessie Warren has had those discussions with Hannah Flippin about the defensive side of the ball specifically. Bouts behind in the count, 2-0 here to Jordan Rudd-Lee. Foul ball for strike 1.
This game has just played out so differently than our first game that had a final score of 9-5, and Team Wiggins scored 6 runs in the top of the second inning. So right out of at the beginning of the game, it was just a high-scoring game.
We're going to have to go back and check it, but I know you're going to remember the doubleheader team last year at AUX really struggled, and that is a tough day to have a bad day on. It kind of leveled itself out because everybody did, but you've got to find a way to get some points on those doubleheader days, especially when you're starting the series off with 2 games, as Rudd-Lee is aboard with a 10-point walk right there.
Off-speed pitch there, so 2 off-speed pitches in a row, one that blocked Jordan Rudley, and then one to start out the at-bat to Carly Spade. You can tell with these more power hitters that Montana Fouts is trying to work that pitch in and off and against them and continue to have the feel of that pitch.
Team Wiggins at the top of the leaderboard after their big win in Game 1. There it is, the top 14 are the 14 players on Team Wiggins. 110 of a possible 120 win points between the innings and the game that they were able to collect. Two count to the power hitter, Carly Spade. Outside ball 2. This hard to the left side, Fisher to second. It was an awkward play for Leach. They can't turn 2, but there's 2 away. One on for Billy Andrews. All these power hitters, who's going to hit their first home run? Who's going to hit the first home run out of some of these top ones first?
It's like everybody that comes up in this lineup, too, has so much home run power that they proved in college, and some have proved professionally in their careers. Like, you just kind of hold your breath, every single hitter that comes up, knowing that they have the chance to hit it out of here.
Good spot from Fouts, 0-2. I'm not sure Andrews loved it. (0-2) for Montana Fouts. Up and into the stands. Just misses to Andrews.
It's a good pitch, though. 5 inches of vertical break. Good take by Billy Andrews to notice that it's going to be a pitch that moves out of the zone, but oh, it's a good pitch. 1-2.
Got her on the inside corner. Montana Fouts picks up. Can he up there in the stands anywhere?
Can you see me?
Camouflage.
She's in there waving. What's up, Sydney? How's it going up there?
It's going good up here. I had a couple fans join me, so they're really excited that they get to be on TV. You guys want to say hi?
Hi!
I think there's some future analysts in that crowd right now, but
They're pretty excited.
tell us, all right, we've got the pitchers duel going, Alyssa Denham and Montana Fouts. I know you saw Denham last year in the championship season. What makes her so tough?
Denham's just elite. She hits her spots really well and makes you get yourself out like such.
Did you see that, Sydney?
What a
the
play.
Oh my
athleticism
gosh.
of Tori Vidalis over there. Oh,
Tori is just great. I love her. But just back to Denham, that's what she does. She makes you get yourself out. She's going to throw you something you can hit, but you got to be ready for it.
that's a good way of putting it. Makes you get yourself out. And, I mean, unbelievable play, Sydney. We're watching Tori go down to the ground and keep her foot on the bag as she goes down to the ground to be able to secure this out. And that's a short hop, too. I mean, that ball was not caught in the air. It was on the short hop to her backhand side. That was impressive athleticism by Tori Vidalis there.
Super impressive. She always impresses me.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Sydney, what types of things do you like to learn from somebody like Tori or some of your teammates? Like, what kind of questions do you find yourself asking your teammates to learn more about the game or defense or hitting?
Yeah, there's so many great veterans in this league, and I still feel like I have so much to learn every single day from them, especially with my team captain being Wiggins. She's so knowledgeable about pitchers, about placement, about running bases, about gameplay. I mean, the possibilities of questions are endless. Somebody like Tori, I know for me, she just teaches me to have fun and not take anything too serious. She grinds it out. She's always going to come out and make these big plays, but you never know it because she's just happy. If she's doing great, she's happy. If she's not, she's just a great person and a great teammate to be around.
Has your coaching now at Marshall for this last season as an assistant coach, has that changed your approach at all? Just the way you communicate with players, have it made you think of anything differently? Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Aaron Koffel. Oh my goodness.
Aaron Koffel.
Over the
Oh my gosh. That was so awesome.
Wow.
Great day for the rookie.
Really has been. You're right. Made some great defensive plays, and I feel like the rookies have just stepped up big, playing pretty free for their first pro games. And Erin Koffel, this is her second pro game, and looking comfortable with this swing. This was an off-speed curveball. Looked like it bled back over the plate, Sydney. Looked like it should have been on the corner, 1-2 pitch, maybe a ball or two off of the plate, but she got all of that because it missed on the plate with 2 strikes, and your reaction is like, oh my gosh, that was unbelievable.
It was so cool. The rookies, I knew coming in that the rookie class was really strong, but like you said, they look really comfortable today, and it's really cool to get to see them get there first.
That was a 30-point swing for her team and 70 for her because of the home run and the inning win points. Do you feel that on the field a little bit when you know that those points are starting to roll over? Can you feel a little bit of the tension start to build?
I think you can definitely feel it. I try not to. I try to stick to the gameplay and focus on what I can do to help my team, but you definitely feel it whether you want to or not.
Sydney, thank you so much, and hang tight for us here. We got 2 outs, so we're going to let you go, but we'll check in a bit.
Sounds great. Thank you guys so much.
I want to be on TV.
Jocelyn Allo would love to do what Koffel just did, foul ball, so we will take it to Savannah, who has Erin Koffel.
That's my sister. You signed your softball.
How'd it feel?
Yeah, obviously I got down pretty quickly, swung at a pitch early in the count that I didn't want to swing at, but I trust my 2-strike approach, and I knew that she had 3 speeds, and I've seen that pitch before, and I kept fouling it off, so finally got one, and I did what I did with it, so.
You're having a day. The doubleheader really lets you settle in on
Yeah.
defense, on offense. What was your mindset stepping into your first day?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my goodness.
Yes!
Jocelyn Allo. Wow!
I just had to speak it into existence, yeah. But obviously just being in the moment, playing with these girls, I mean, they've made it so comfortable. They've made me so comfortable, so we're just having a ball, so.
What's connecting right now for this Gold Squad?
We've been on a couple coffee walks, we've been talking, we got our spring chickens, and we're having fun.
Okay, the spring chickens, the home run celebration. Tell me about that.
Aubrey Leach came up with it because we're a bunch of rookies. We're a bunch of young girls just, balling out in our pro debut. So Aubrey said spring chickens, and then they went to Walmart today and got some of those, so.
Okay, we're going to see if we can get Jocelyn over here next.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to find her. Then we'll be back.
Okay, thank you.
That was a pitch that was up in the zone. Another mistake on an off-speed pitch that just hung up there. And 85 miles an hour off of the bat for Erin Koffels. Hers was 80 miles an hour. But Jocelyn Allo just went deep into the night sky. And wow, 2 home runs in this inning.
Sam Fisher fouls that off. I'm in shock. That was an absolute mash from Jocelyn Allo for her first Athletes Unlimited home run. Fisher into right field. Harding makes the catch. The rookies having a day this time for Team Leach. Koffel and
Header allows you time to adjust. How'd you take it into that AB and take that ball yard?
Yeah, I've just been taking my at-bats, at-bat by at-bat, and really trying to learn from each. I feel like this was kind of my first time seeing live for real, so I'm trying to give myself grace as well. But just good hitters make adjustments, and I was asking MJ, like, hey, am I pulling off the ball a little bit? She said yes. So I said, okay, stay through this ball, sit on it, and seen it and took it without.
You've mentioned talking to MJ and just the minds that you have in this dugout. How are you all able to feed off of each other, seeing Aaron hit one and then you hit one, but just having that talk that you can take to the plate with you?
Yeah, I think it's huge, and I think that's that's a big part of winning is learning how to communicate amongst your team and, hey, how can we improve batter to batter? And I feel like Gold's been getting after, and we've been communicating very, very well.
Thanks, Jocelyn. That's
you.
tally number 1.
Boomer.
Appreciate it.
Although, what more is to come from her in this AUX season, but that was special for her first one.
2 big swings in the same inning and a couple of new faces to the league. We've not seen Jocelyn Allo home run in Athletes Unlimited season before, and that was her first, so a memorable one.
Foul into the stands, 3-2 count here as Montana Fouts and her team in the driver's seat, up 1 run. Could it be Fouts' first professional win? Still a lot of ball to be played, though, in the top of the 5th. This is hit hard into left field, base hit. The Harding coming through. It's the 9-hole setting the table for the top of this order. Harding's first pro hit, already reached once before. Saturday on ESPN in Louisville, Kentucky, Racing Louisville FC against Jersey, New York Gotham FC. WSL, Saturday, noon Eastern on ESPN and the app. Racing Louisville hasn't lost in the
Corners.
This is Gottschall's second career appearance here. She pitched in the first game tonight through 1 inning, didn't allow a hit, no runs, no walks, and struck out 1. And it took her just 7 pitches as she delivers strike 1 to Haley McClenny. McClenny at the plate. Aubrey Leach turning to another rookie as McClenny sends it into left field under the glove of Sam Fisher, but didn't have much time to react, playing up the line a little bit. Back-to-back base hits to start the 5th.
Talked about how she doesn't throw that changeup a ton. That was actually more of an off-speed pitch that Haley McClenny was able to hit hard to the left side. Just past Sam Fisher, who's playing just in front of the bag over at third base, a hot corner, but Haley McClenny let that pitch get deep.
Zirkle swinging first pitch, almost misplayed in left field, but West is able to make the catch. And there's 1 out, so Riley West, very familiar playing behind Peyton Gottschall as they played the last couple seasons at Tennessee together, helping her teammate out. She almost overran that too. That must have been tailing.
Yeah, you know, coming off the bat of a left-handed hitter, it is going to tail away toward the line.
Jesse Warren just took a cut at that first pitch for a strike. 0-1 misses. Jesse Warren, top 3 in home runs and RBIs in last year's AUX season. 3 home runs, 10 runs driven in. This is at Koffel, goes to first, not in time, and gets away here. So Harding is able to take third. Jesse Warren now 0 for 3. Aubrey Leach has to be really happy with her 2 rookie pitchers, keeping Warren quiet in that 3-hole. Tori Vidalis, the go-ahead run on first base in the form of Haley McClenny. Plenty of speed there if Tori could put something in a gap. Tori deep into right field, but over to it is DeBoard, and that's going to do it, stranding a pair. Nice work out of the bullpen from Peyton and Jocelyn Allo. Tori Vidalis. Tori Vidalis mic'd up in the field. Tori, what's up?
Hello, how's it going?
You're great. How are you for this AUX season?
Pretty good. Wish that one would have found some grass, but I'm good.
You're seeing a lot of pitchers for the first time here. What have you done this last week, or is this kind of more just trusting yourself right now?
I think a little bit of trusting yourself. Obviously, this is year 7 of pro ball. Wow, feeling like a grandma next to all these rookies. But yeah, you've been here, done that. So trusting in your training and really just feeling comfortable at the plate, not trying to do too much. I think it's easy to get ahead of yourself, especially when all these pitchers are coming in throwing gas, and you get overwhelmed really easily. So you got to stay calm, got to stay true to yourself and to your training.
Tori, have you given fellow Aggie there, Julia Cottrell, any advice coming in this season?
Oh, I wouldn't say really advice, but I did hit her earlier. I said, Aggie on Aggie crime. I was like, sorry, bro. Welcome to the league, hitting you in the helmet. But no, we actually, since we're on different teams, we haven't seen much of each other, but it is nice having an Aggie. Get to have someone to help me explain all the traditions to these non-Aggies. They think I'm crazy. Good job!
Denham starts off Cottrell with a
Denham.
strikeout. All right, put your analyst hat on. We know what you can do. What's the deal with Alyssa Denham? What makes her so effective?
Oh my gosh, she's so spinny. She's so underrated, first of all, let me say that. She's got movement, like probably 9 to 10 inches of drop, vertical drop on her drop ball. So it's cool to watch her work and not have to overpower hitters and rely on stuff like that. If you can mess up a hitter's timing and balance, you're going to see a lot of success, and that's what she does. So that's why you always see her at the top of the leaderboard in all the AU seasons. Yellis!
Yeah, we've talked, Tori, to a couple of different people about prepping, more as a hitter getting going with season. But what's it like on defense to go from not playing in a game to then you being 60 feet away from the hitter right now?
Yeah, it's a little scary. I mean, if you play a corner, you're already kind of wonky up here, I like to say. But really just trusting your instincts. I think that's one of the most underrated things. You can't teach instincts. You just have to use them. Here we go, here we go. Yes, Billy. Like that. You can't teach that, right?
Well,
up the middle.
The stretch that you made, girl, at first base was one of athleticism. And I don't know how you caught that ball from Alyssa
keep going,
Denham.
Amanda. Keep going.
Yeah, exactly. but expand on instincts. Like, what does that actually mean to you, instincts?
Instincts, really just letting your body work. Like on that throw, I had no idea where it was going, but I let my glove take me good where it was going to be. I didn't even know I was going to end up on the ground until I was already there. So just trusting and letting your body move to the ball. The thing is, you follow the ball and you'll always be in the right position. So if I'm following the ball as a first baseman, I'm making my infielders look good, and that's my #1 job. I don't normally need the praise, but it's nice to have a little pat on the back when you do something nice for your infielders.
All right, how about you're pulling double duty tomorrow? You've got game 1, and then you're working as an analyst with Savannah Collins and Haley McClenny on our mid-game show.
Go, let's go, let's go, let's.
A ton of speed now at second base with 2 outs.
Here we go.
She's fast. I mean, second time that Mackenzie Clark has laid down a beautiful bunt and been able to use her wheels. This has been well executed. This time down more toward the first base line, but Alyssa Denham was able to field it and just was so fast. Mackenzie Clark getting down the line. I think they might want to review this one to see if maybe the toss from Denham actually beat her or if Clark did indeed beat her.
I just won.
Look at you.
That is indeed.
The call on the field is safe at first base. The play's under review. It's challenged by Team Warren.
They will challenge. The challenge we had in game 1 was about 15 seconds or less. It was incredible. The replay official is here on site in the press box, working with our on-field crew. Rick Cohen behind the plate, Naomi Erdahl over at first base, and Mark Craver at third base here. This is big. That's the tying run standing out there at second base with 2 away.
Yeah, and it's confusing, too, with so much movement of Anna flipping, coming over to cover. And also Mackenzie Clark's foot just getting in there. Oh, man, this is one that it's so important to know what the ruling on the field was, and it was safe, but it's hard to see, too, if she has the ball in her glove, and we already have a decision.
That is really tough.
Man.
After further review, the call is going to be changed. Runners out.
And that is a big call to call Mackenzie Clark out at first base. She can't believe plus in ESPN radio.
I'm a Texas girl, but I think the Celtics pretty much have this one. What do you think?
Well, I saw a corgi on Instagram who does the predictions, like shooting a ball into a trash can, and the corgi had Dallas in 7, and she had the Celtics winning the first 2 games.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm always going to trust a dog more than myself, I think. So.
Exactly. You're probably right. 0-2 flipping off the end of the bat. Peyton Gottschall, what a great start to her career. Quickly retired the first 7 batters she has faced as a pro.
The sky come down, the mountains all fall to the ground.
Now batting number 36, Jordan Rudley.
7 of the first 8 she's faced, I should say. Rudley into right field deep and caught out there before the warning track by DeBoard.
That one money single was the blemish. That's it. This looked great. Come into relief in both games and just continue to spin this and get some mishits.
Carlin Pickens, what an incredible duo at Tennessee the last couple seasons. Gottschall didn't start there, but finished her last 2 years of college ball there. Started her career at Bowling Green, the 2022 MAC Pitcher of the Year.
Got to pitch with Ashley Rogers, too, on that staff last year.
Oh, man, stabbed it and flips it back with a little attitude. Peyton Gottschall having quite the opening.
Speed are so tough to hit against.
First pro pitch for Maddie Penta is a strike on the bottom of the zone. Morgan DeBoard, 9-1-2 for Penta, replacing Denham, who really just had the 2 mistakes to Erin Koffel and Jocelyn Allo.
And Maddie Penta will throw her fastball, too. I think that it's a misconception to a lot of young pitchers that, oh, you learn that fastball when you're, just getting going, and then you stop throwing it because you learn these other movement pitches. But that is definitely a misconception. Maddie Penta in her career, or her last year in Auburn, she gets the strikeout there with the rise ball. Maddie Penta threw that fastball 42% of the time. So change up 26%, and then her rise ball at 17%. That's a pitch that she gets DeBoard out to chase his pitch up and out of the zone. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and the first K for Maddie Penta as a pro pitcher.
12 total pitchers here at AUX, 7 of them in their first season with AU. How are you feeling about these rookie pitchers?
I'm feeling great about them. They are all seasoned from their experience in their senior year, playing against fierce competition, going deep into the postseason, and I think they're ready to take what they've learned in their college careers to this pro level quickly.
There's a lot of energy here right now. I mean, it's day 1, and you're still maybe knocking off some of the cobwebs. Haven't seen live action in a while, but I thought the players have come out with a ton of energy.
It helps, too, when it's not 105 degrees outside. It's actually kind of cool here right now.
Players started arriving about a week ago here in Wichita. You start to get amped up for the season, start to hit the field a little bit with open practices. Draft on Friday. And here we are, Series 1, and about to cap off day number 1. Let's go to Savannah and check in.
Talking to Maddie Penta coming into the season, she said she owes so much of her success to her Auburn head coach, Mickey Dean. She said his goal for her throughout her whole college career was to go pro. And because of his encouragement and belief in her, it made her believe it was possible. So now that she's here at AUX, she wants to take advantage of this opportunity and really try and earn that spot in championship season. She really talked a lot about his influence on her to have bigger dreams than even she could imagine. And now she's living them out today in her pro debut.
Well, Mickey Dean has experience as a professional head coach in the NPF for the Chicago Bandits, so he knows what it takes to get to that level and have success. So pretty cool to see Maddie Penta step into the circle for the first time tonight.
Also had an impact on Odyssey Alexander, who started game 1.
Yeah, former head coach at James Madison. He had some great players at James Madison too. Few pros out of JMU thanks to Mickey Dean.
She can pop the glove now. Maddie Penta is tall and she can bring the velocity. That looks like spotting up a fastball right there, but a couple of players who you know have seen each other, both rookies, Koffel from Kentucky and Penta from Auburn. She's 6'2", Maddie Penta is. And Alyssa Denham is really tall too. We have some tall pitchers. Not that you have to be tall to be a pro pitcher, but she definitely has some length and gets a big swing and miss there on this drop ball. That just fell off the table. 10 inches of down movement.
Good save on the height. 5'6", okay. Great spot from Penta and her second career strikeout in just 3 batters.
Drops it down to 61 miles an hour and gets a looking K. Off-speed pitch to Koffel, who've seen each other, know about each other for so long. You got to mix things up, and that's exactly what Penta did with that changeup. Koffel knew it.
Bailey Klingler watches strike 1, a runner on first.
I mean, you asked me which one of the newer pitchers coming in this season, the new faces, whether it's a newcomer or a rookie, I thought might do well. And I think Maddie Penta was the one that I went to because of the speed that she throws at and the changeup that she can work in there as well. And you have to be able to change speeds against these hitters. It's not an option anymore. It is mandatory if you want to be able to go deep into the game, face these hitters, these lineups multiple times through a game.
Klingler lofts it into center field. This could do it for Penta, and it does. 2023 SEC Pitcher of the Year. Nice little professional debut there for professional softball throughout this summer. Some of these players will be playing on the international level as well in July at the World Championships for multiple countries. And then the Athletes Unlimited Championship season kicks off toward the end of July in Rosemont. First pitch swinging here is an out as Billy Andrews is retired. Peyton Gottschall needs 2 outs now to close the door on this game. There's 30 inning points on the line, having been rolled over from the 5th and 6th into the 7th, and 50 for the game as a whole. So this is an 80-point inning possibly for one of these teams.
Thinking maybe that because Peyton Gottschall is a rookie, maybe she doesn't understand the significance.
That was hit pretty hard right there, Sam Fisher. There's 2 outs.
72 miles an hour off the bat, but 2 pitches and 2 outs for Peyton Gottschall when so much is riding on this inning in terms of points and winning. This rookie is not even looking like she knows what's going on.
Sam Fisher, the ultimate character on and off the field. Her final professional season. She will retire at the conclusion of the championship season in August as Gottschall hits the outside corner against McClenny. It's the one batter who has reached against Peyton Gottschall. She has retired 8 of the first 9 hitters she has faced.
She works at a fast pace too, Peyton Gottschall does. Do have a pitch clock, just 15 seconds on the pitch clock compared to college is 20. Man, that's a good pitch. That's that backdoor curveball. Uh-oh. That's not good. Christy Bredbenner is here out in left field, and I'm thinking maybe there was a time that the lights went off because it just turned 10 p.m. here. And we need head coach of Wichita State softball to get the lights back on. But yeah, I think it's on a timer.
All right, fans, we're getting a little excited out there. Please stay seated for the moment. Once again.
Too late in Wichita.
Fireworks are not starting just.
There are fireworks tonight, so the fans thought maybe an early treat there.
Yeah, just literally one strike away, one out away. Oh,
fireworks just started. Oh my goodness.
Well, this is a first, right? Lights go out and you have fireworks before the game actually ends.
We are one strike away from this being over, potentially, and we've gotten a show first.
And obviously, there's some kinks to work out at the first time that you've ever been at a facility, and I think we found one of the kinks, is that we got to have the lights on past 10 p.m.
I don't think you can stop this either. I'm just going to say, I don't believe this fireworks show gets stopped.
Yeah.
I think these are all, once it's going, it's going. Hey!
Oh, the lights back on. That was quick. I didn't think that would be so quick, to be honest.
Are we going to get this final out with the fireworks going, potentially?
Did they stop it?
Okay.
Okay, whoever turned the lights on that quick is the real MVP.
All right, 1-2 count, 2 outs. That's how you end opening day, right there.
Haley McClenny is like, what is going on? Imagine if the lights would have gone out in the middle of a pitch.
How do you got to repitch, right? I don't know if that's in the rule book.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's in the rule book.
The PEC has something to discuss now. We need a new rule. If the lights go out mid-pitch, we redo it. All right, well, little reset here. 1-2. Got her looking. That is tough for Haley McClenny right there. Gottschall loving it. That's 80 points for everyone on Team Leach, collecting those inning win points and the game. And Peyton Gottschall, the fireworks came early, and then she closes the door in one pitch.
Peyton Gottschall did a great job in both.
Plus, and ESPN Radio.
I'm a Texas girl, but I think the Celtics pretty much have this one. What do you think?
Well, I saw a corgi on Instagram who does the predictions, like shooting a ball into a trash can, and the corgi had Dallas in 7, and she had the Celtics winning the first 2 games.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm always going to trust a dog more than myself, I think. So.
Exactly. You're probably right. 0-2 flipping off the end of the bat. Peyton Gottschall, what a great start to her career. Quickly retired the first 7 batters she has faced as a pro.
The sky come down, the mountains all fall to the ground.
Now batting number 36, Jordan Rudley.
7 of the first 8 she's faced, I should say. Rudley into right field deep and caught out there before the warning track by DeBoard.
That one money single was the blemish. That's it. This looked great. Come into relief in both games and just continue to spin this and get some mishits.
Carlin Pickens, what an incredible duo at Tennessee the last couple seasons. Gottschall didn't start there, but finished her last 2 years of college ball there. Started her career at Bowling Green, the 2022 MAC Pitcher of the Year.
Got to pitch with Ashley Rogers, too, on that staff last year.
Oh, man, stabbed it and flips it back with a little attitude. Peyton Gottschall having quite the opening.